Welcome to Healthy Aging. Let me take you to a familiar place. The supplement aisle at your local pharmacy. You've probably walked down it countless times. Row after row of colorful bottles, each one promising more energy, stronger bones, sharper memory, better sleep, healthier aging. And the message is everywhere, in magazines, TV commercials, even from well-meaning friends. Take your vitamins. They're good for you. But what if I told you that not all vitamins are good for you after 60? What if I told you that some of those shiny little pills could be silently working against your health? It sounds dramatic, I know. But the truth is, as we age, our bodies change. Our digestion slows, our metabolism shifts, our sensitivity to medication increases. And suddenly, the supplements we once thought were helping might be creating more problems than they solve. Some vitamins, when taken in the wrong form, in the wrong amount, or at the wrong time, can interfere with your medications, raise your risk of internal bleeding or blood clots, damage your liver or kidneys, thin your bones or affect your heart. And do all of this without a single symptom, until it's too late. You see, that's the danger of silent vitamin overload. You don't feel it happening until one day your doctor delivers news you didn't expect. But don't worry, this video isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. Because there's another side to this story. While some vitamins can harm you if misused, there are others your body is quietly begging for. Nutrients that become harder to absorb as you age, but more essential than ever. And when you start giving your body what it truly needs, not just what the label claims, everything changes. In this video, we're going to uncover 4 vitamins that seniors should avoid or limit, especially if you're taking medication or managing conditions like high blood pressure, arthritis, or osteoporosis. 4 vitamins that your body absolutely needs more of after 60 for stronger muscles, sharper thinking, and better recovery. Real stories from older adults who made small, simple changes and saw powerful results. And how to get these nutrients naturally through safe, delicious foods and smarter supplement strategies. Because healthy aging isn't about swallowing more pills. It's about making smarter choices. Choices that align with how your body really works at this stage of life. You don't need to guess. You don't need to worry. You just need the truth in a way that's easy to understand and easy to apply starting today. So if you've ever looked at your vitamins and wondered, am I really helping myself? Or just following a habit? You're in the right place. Sit back, take a breath, and stay with us until the end. Because what you'll discover today might just change the way you look at vitamins forever. Not with fear, but with clarity and the confidence to take care of your health, your way. Let's begin with what most people don't expect. The vitamins that seem helpful on the surface, but may actually work against you as you age. They look innocent. They sit on shelves with big promises and colorful labels. But when taken in the wrong way, they can quietly erode your health from the inside out. And the first one might be sitting in your cabinet right now. Vitamin A. When too much wakens the bones you rely on. Vitamin A is essential for healthy vision, skin repair, and immune function. But in excess, especially for people over 60, it can silently become a threat. Why? Because vitamin A is fat-soluble. That means your body doesn't just flush it out, it stores it. And when those stores get too full, the vitamin turns toxic. This condition, called hypervitaminosis A, is especially dangerous for seniors. It can cause bone thinning and increased fracture risk, liver strain and fatigue, nausea, dizziness, even muscle loss. The risk becomes higher when seniors take vitamin A in pre-formed form, known as retinol, which is found in liver, butter, eggs, and most supplements. Unlike beta-carotene from carrots or spinach, retinol can build up silently over time. Let me share a real story from someone I've worked with, Irene, a 68-year-old retired florist who lived in a sunny, peaceful town in Oregon. She had been taking a daily vitamin A supplement for her skin and vision. But during a bone scan, her doctor noticed signs of weakening. Lab tests showed her vitamin A levels were above normal, and her joints were becoming more fragile. She was stunned. No one told her a skin vitamin could harm her bones. Once she switched to food-based sources like squash and leafy greens, her vitamin A levels returned to normal, and she noticed fewer aches and better flexibility after morning walks. If you're over 60, be cautious with vitamin A supplements. Your body most likely gets enough from a healthy diet. And when it comes to this vitamin, more is not better. Vitamin E, the antioxidant that can go too far. Vitamin E is often praised for protecting cells, boosting skin health, and fighting oxidative stress. And yes, in moderate amounts, it's a useful ally. But too much of it, especially in supplement form, it can become risky, particularly for seniors taking blood-thinning medications. That's because high doses of vitamin E can act as a natural anticoagulant, thinning your blood and increasing the risk of internal bleeding. This becomes a serious concern if you're already on medications like aspirin, clopidogrel, or warfarin. I'll never forget the case of Martin, a 71-year-old retired pilot from Arizona. He took high-dose vitamin E every morning for heart health, but over time, he started bruising easily and once had nosebleeds that wouldn't stop. His doctor discovered that his blood was too thin and the vitamin E was working against his prescription medication. When Martin stopped the supplement and relied on natural sources like sunflower seeds, almonds, and spinach, his symptoms faded and his energy improved. Vitamin E is not the enemy, but too much from pills can be. Unless your doctor specifically recommends it, stick to food-based sources. Your body knows what to do with those. Vitamin D, critical, but dangerous in excess. This one surprises most people. Vitamin D is absolutely vital. It helps absorb calcium, strengthens bones, supports muscles, and even improves mood. But it's also a vitamin that's being supplemented more and more, especially among older adults. When vitamin D builds up too much in your bloodstream, it can cause calcium levels to spike, leading to a condition called hypercalcemia. And that can damage your kidneys, harden your arteries, and ironically, weaken your bones. Let's talk about Cecilia, a 65-year-old yoga instructor in California. She believed taking extra vitamin D would protect her from fractures as she got older. But after taking 10 Saluzan IU daily for over a year, without testing her levels, she began experiencing fatigue, joint pain, and strange muscle cramps. Her doctor found elevated calcium and early kidney stress. Once her supplement dose was reduced to a medically safe level, and she got more sunlight and fortified foods, her symptoms eased and her flexibility returned. The truth is most seniors only need around 800 to 2000 IU of vitamin D daily, and even then, only after checking their blood levels. More is not always better. If in doubt, ask your doctor. And remember, vitamin D from gentle morning sunlight is still the best kind there is. Vitamin K, the bone builder that can backfire. Vitamin K is vital for blood clotting and directing calcium into your bones instead of your arteries. But for seniors on blood-thinning medications, too much vitamin K can cause dangerous interactions. That's because drugs like warfarin are designed to work by regulating your body's vitamin K activity. Suddenly adding more, whether through supplements or large quantities of leafy greens, can reduce the drug's effectiveness and increase the risk of clots or stroke. Take the story of Dennis, a 67-year-old retired jazz musician from New Orleans. He loved his daily kale smoothies and had recently started a vitamin K supplement to strengthen his bones. But during a routine blood test, his doctor noticed his blood wasn't thinning as expected. Turns out, the added vitamin K was interfering with his prescription. Once his intake was balanced and his diet stabilized, his medication started working properly again, and he felt more at ease. So should you avoid vitamin K entirely? Not at all. Just be consistent. If you're on blood thinners, eat roughly the same amount of leafy greens each week, and always talk to your doctor before adding supplements. Quick recap: the 4 vitamins to handle with care. Vitamin A can build up and damage bones and liver, especially in supplement form. Vitamin E may increase bleeding risk, particularly when combined with medications. Vitamin D, important, but too much can cause calcium overload and kidney stress. Vitamin K, crucial for bones, but must be managed carefully with blood thinners. These vitamins aren't bad, but they need balance, especially in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. And here's the good news. Now that you know what to be cautious with, you're ready for the most powerful part of this video. The 4 essential vitamins your body actually needs more of as you age. We're about to reveal the nutrients that support your muscles, protect your mind, strengthen your bones, and energize your life. That's coming up next. And believe me, this is the part that could change your daily routine in the best way possible. So stay with us. Your healthiest years might still be ahead. THE4BS vitamesifar shell THYAGING, Andy lo UR buoin and EDST munduo moritan evar. Now that we've talked about what to be careful with, let's move towards something much more empowering. The vitamins your body actually needs more of after 60. These are the quiet defenders of your strength, energy, and clarity. They don't come with fancy promises. They're not always the most advertised. But once you give your body what it's truly missing, you'll feel the shift, not just in how you move, but in how you live. Over the years, I've had the privilege of working with so many older adults, people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, even into their 90s. And one thing always amazes me. When the body is given the right kind of support, it responds. Not overnight, not with fireworks, but gently, steadily. Pain eases, energy returns, sleep deepens, minds become clearer, and people begin to feel like themselves again. Let's talk about the 4 vitamins I believe every older adult should know, and why they matter more than ever. Vitamin C, the body's natural repair system. Everyone knows vitamin C helps with immunity. But for older adults, its role is even more profound. Vitamin C is your built-in repair crew. It supports the production of collagen, the substance that holds your muscles, joints, skin, and blood vessels together. And the older we get, the less collagen our bodies naturally produce, which means we need all the help we can get. It also helps your immune system respond calmly to infection or inflammation, rather than overreacting, which is often what leads to pain, swelling, or slow healing in seniors. I once met Judith, a 74-year-old gardener, who told me she used to bruise easily and felt her skin was becoming paper thin. Once she increased her intake of vitamin C, rich foods like bell peppers and oranges, she said something beautiful: "My body feels less fragile now." You can find vitamin C naturally in oranges, grapefruits, and lemons, bell peppers, broccoli, and strawberries, kiwi, tomatoes, and dark leafy greens. And because your body doesn't store vitamin C, it needs a fresh supply daily, from food or gentle supplementation if needed. Vitamin B12, the spark behind your energy and focus. If your body is a car, vitamin B12 is the spark plug. It's what keeps your brain firing clearly, your nerves communicating properly, and your energy level consistent throughout the day. But here's the problem: as we age, we absorb less and less of it from food. Even with a healthy diet, your body might not be getting what it needs. That's why B12 deficiency is incredibly common among seniors, and why the symptoms are often written off as just getting old. Fatigue, trouble focusing, balance issues, numbness or tingling in the hands and feet. But it's not always aging. Sometimes it's a vitamin talking to you, quietly but urgently. I remember Raymond, a 69-year-old retired postman. He told me he felt like he was walking around in a fog, like his brain just wouldn't switch on anymore. After testing showed a low B12 level, he added eggs, fish, and a daily supplement. 2 months later, he looked me in the eye and said, "I didn't realize how tired I was until I wasn't." That's the power of the right nutrient at the right time. Vegetarians, vegans, and anyone with digestive issues are especially at risk. So if you're feeling off, don't ignore it. B12 might be the missing piece. Vitamin K, strengthening bones, protecting your heart. You might be surprised to see vitamin K again. But here's where it gets interesting. While too much vitamin K can be risky for people on blood thinners, not getting enough can be equally dangerous, especially for your bones and your heart. Vitamin K plays a unique role in guiding calcium. It tells it where to go, into the bones, and where not to go, like your arteries. Without enough vitamin K, Calcium can settle into the wrong places, increasing your risk of heart disease and making your bones weaker. I once worked with Alina, a 72-year-old artist. She had never thought about vitamin K in her life. But when she started adding foods like kale and sauerkraut into her meals, not only did her joint stiffness ease, she also felt steadier on her feet, like her frame had more support. Good food sources include kale, spinach, and Swiss chard broccoli, Brussels sprouts, fermented foods like natto and aged cheeses. If you're on medication, talk to your doctor before changing your vitamin K intake. But if not, these foods are a gentle, natural way to support strong, flexible bones. Vitamin B6, the link between brain, muscles, and mood. Think of vitamin B6 as the translator between your mind and your muscles. It helps create the neurotransmitters, serotonin, dopamine, and more, that regulate your mood, memory, and energy. It also supports protein metabolism, meaning it helps your muscles grow, repair, and function well. If you've ever experienced muscle cramps, mood swings or irritability, sleep problems, numbness or pins and needles in your hands or feet, there's a chance your body may be craving more B6. Glenna, a 66-year-old choir singer, once told me she had been waking up with tight calves and cloudy thoughts. After boosting her B6 with foods like chickpeas and bananas, plus a little turkey here and there, she noticed not only fewer cramps, but a lighter, clearer mood. Great sources of vitamin B6 include potatoes, bananas and chickpeas, turkey, tuna, and fortified grains. It's a quiet helper. But for many seniors, it's the difference between feeling stiff and feeling strong. The common thread: small nutrients, big impact. These four vitamins, C, B12, K, and B6, might not sound exciting, but for your aging body, they are essential teammates working behind the scenes every single day. Vitamin C repairs and strengthens. Vitamin B12 fuels your nerves and brain. Vitamin K builds your bones and protects your arteries. Vitamin B6 connects your thoughts to your muscles and your movement to your mood. They don't make headlines. They don't need a fancy label, but they have the power to help you age with grace, confidence, and vitality. And the best part, you can find most of them in the foods you already enjoy. You just need to be intentional. Up next, in the final part of this video, we'll bring it all together: a simple summary, a few final tips, and the one mindset shift I believe every senior deserves to hear. So don't go anywhere. This last piece may be the one thing that helps you finally feel in control of your health. The phenol-ord, smell kai shoas tiran jar yars. Let's pause for just a moment, not to rush, not to analyze, but to simply take a breath and reflect. You've just taken in something powerful, something most people never hear, and even fewer truly understand. The truth is this: vitamins are not just harmless little helpers. They are powerful tools. And like any tool, their impact depends entirely on how you use them. When used with awareness and intention, they can rebuild strength, awaken energy, and support a vibrant, independent life, no matter your age. But when misunderstood or misused, they can quietly work against your body's natural rhythm, especially as you grow older. Today, you've learned how to tell the difference. Let's look back, not with pressure, but with clarity. Here's what you now know: the four vitamins to approach with caution: vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin D, and vitamin K. Each one plays a role in your body, but in excess, or taken without proper guidance, they can increase your risk of bone loss, internal bleeding, kidney stress, or dangerous interactions with medication. They're not bad, but they require balance, especially in the second half of life. Then there are the four essential vitamins for healthy aging: vitamin C, vitamin B12, vitamin B6, and vitamin K. Yes, vitamin K is on both lists, because the truth is rarely black and white. These are the nutrients that help you repair, restore, and rise into every day with energy, strength, and clarity. They fuel your muscles, they protect your memory, and they help you feel more like you. But the biggest takeaway isn't just about vitamins. It's about ownership of your choices, of your body, of your story. Aging well isn't about having a perfect supplement plan. It's not about throwing out every bottle in your cabinet or overthinking every bite. It's about awareness. And with awareness comes power. The power to ask better questions. The power to nourish your body, not just fill it. The power to feel strong, not just live long. Tomorrow morning, when you reach for your breakfast, pause. When you unscrew the lid of that familiar supplement bottle, pause. Ask yourself, is this feeding my future or just following an old habit? That single moment of reflection, that one breath, can change everything. Because health isn't a big decision made once. It's 1,000 little choices made gently, consistently, with love. And if this video gave you even one insight, one nudge, one quiet moment of, that makes sense now. Do something simple. Tap the like button. It tells YouTube that seniors deserve honest, helpful content tailored just for them. Share this video with someone you care about, a parent, a neighbor, a friend. You never know who might need this today. Subscribe to Healthy Aging, where we bring you real advice, real stories, and real tools for building strength from the inside out. Because aging is not a decline. It's a deepening. It's a season of wisdom, of awareness, of becoming even more beautifully you. And we're honored to walk with you, one step at a time, toward a future filled with strength, clarity, and joy. Until next time, stay well, stay wise, and stay wonderfully you.